check, check, check. Testing, testing, testing. Make sure I turn this audio on. And it would probably help if I had. Do, do, do. Okay, cool. That's working. Happy Tuesday? No. Is today Monday? Is it not Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. Today's Monday. Happy Monday! Fishing. Ooh, nice. Ooh, is that something like you can share, or is that like, do you have like a link for it, like a SoundCloud or something, or is that just like a personal project thing? Also, um, happy first day of the game development. Ooh, can you link it? I want to see it. I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later. Um, so happy first day of the game development thing. I've been working on this for a little bit now, so I do have something working. Um, it will probably the Moobot will probably yell at me, or probably yell at you, but it should warn me, so I should be able to see it. I don't know, see what happens. The only thing that'll happen is it'll warn, like, I'll get a warning, but I can overwrite it or overrule it. I see how you are, Mysterio. Happy Monday, Mysterio. I'm doing good. How are you? How is everything going? Um, so I was able to get, and hopefully you guys are able to see all this. So I was able to get some stuff working. So I'm doing kind of like a Galaga style thing for the game. So shooting's working. I can shoot this guy and it'll disappear. And so far, that is like no, that's all that happens right now. I literally just got the bullets working. Um, but I was able to make the player. It looks like it did. Oh, it did. I want to get. I want Twitch is gonna yell at me if I listen to that right now. Because I played music the other day from a game and they got mad at me. So I will listen to that later, but I do have it. No, way to go. I'm excited to listen to it. Some coding today. Well, sort of. I actually did do a lot of the coding already. At least for what I want to work on today. So mainly what I've been doing is I have been getting the player ready. So the player in this is this little triangle right here. I wonder why head pants, literally the first time it's used, it just freezes the crap out of me. But also thank you. um, but this is our little player here. Oh, you can actually see my mouse. Spin, 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 spin. Anywho, so this is our player, and then we have our enemy here, which is our circle. Um, and what I've able to been do so far is I'm trying to go for like a Galaga approach, right? So I want to have like this be the play area that the player will be in, and then I want to have like somehow make it to where a bunch of these enemies will spawn and do like their little strafing movement, you know. I guess a hell for sure. Ooh, okay, yeah, no, for sure. I'll definitely check it out. I have, like I said, I have it literally it's right here. I have it on I have it on my my other monitor, so don't worry. I'll definitely watch it later. Um, so what I wanted to work on right now is I actually have a sprite up, and so I wanted to do some adjustments to the actual player itself. Uh, until the heads her over. I like it. Look, I think it's just the first one. Like if I hit this note, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I can't. Oh, here. Does this freeze me? Yeah, no. For whatever reason, it's just the first one. The first one will freeze me every stream, and I don't know why. So I'll have to look at that. I have no idea why, but it does. Um, but yeah, so that's one thing that I wanted to work on was that guy, and then I also have beatbox up. So I wanted to start to get some songs in there. I have absolutely no idea how to make music though, so we are going to be learning live on how to do it. So looks like, oh, okay, this is actually how you select it. Overdriven guitar? What's that sound like? Okay. Thank you. Um, so those are gonna be our two objectives. So, stream is a little bit short today. Main reason is I just want to make sure that I can really focus on the programming. So if I'm trying to like also yap and do stuff and program at the same time, it's just gonna be really hard. So I'm just doing an hour and a half for us to do like stuff like this, and then like progress updates. And then after that, I'm gonna be doing some more coding. Probably tonight. I want to get the wave spawning in such that they can like the enemies actually spawn and it's not just like the one guy and then that's it. Well, I might actually do the path movement on the enemies to actually get that working. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Um, but that's gonna be kind of like what each of these streams are gonna be this week is going to be is stuff like that. Do I still have okay, here. I had this up. So if I go over to the schedule for this week, so that's kind of what I'm looking at is like an hour and a half or an hour and a half each day. And then next week, because I want to talk about it, I did post the new stuff for next week. Oh, you can't see it because it's behind me. And I can't scroll either. Wait, can I do this? Can I kind of cheat? Can I kind of cheat? Oh gosh. Um, there we are. All right, so we do have a couple streams coming out next week that I'm pretty excited about. So Monday we're going back to Sonic Adventure. So I'm very excited about that. Like it's gonna be awesome, and I'm really excited to get back in it. I was actually looking at like all the Sonic games that I have left to go, and there are so many. Like there are so many left. I didn't think it was that many. It is that many. Hey future, happy Monday. How are you? Has 1-5 for the jump catch. Oh, because you literally landed on a star as you came in. Nice. Um, so Monday's gonna be, or next Monday is going to be Sonic Adventure, which I'm really excited for. Um, and then next Tuesday we're going to be doing some. I would think a couple different things for the Earth Observation Day. Um, I know math and commands are a lot of what coding is. It's yeah. I would say so. I would say the biggest thing is knowing what commands to use are kind of difficult. Because you have to know like because it's engine specific. So like whenever you go to do game development, you have to choose what's called an engine, and there's a bunch of different engines. So the main, I would say like three are there's Godot, which is what I'm using. So that this is what you're looking at here is Godot. There's the Unity engine, which is like really popular. And then there is the Unreal Engine, which is like what a lot of like your really fancy games are made in. So like for example, Tekken's made in the Unreal Engine. I'm sure Forza is made in the Unreal Engine. Um, and then Unity is pretty much everything else. A lot of indie games were made in Unity. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like those are I would say those were like the main two, and then Godot's kind of like the new kid on the scene. And when Unity had a lot of like problems going on where they were trying to extort people really badly for money, Godot really got popular. A lot of people actually ended up swapping to Godot. But Godot is very new. It doesn't have all the features and like documents and everything that Unity does. So there's a give and take, you know? Like each thing has their own benefit, each thing has their own weakness, kind of ordeal. Um, but the biggest thing with I would say learning to do game dev like this is learning each engine's like little idiosyncrasies. Like this uses like nodes and things like that to organize your game, where Unity doesn't. I don't actually know what Unity does. I haven't done Unity in a very long time. But I know it's different. No, all the main Sonic games use it. It has yes, the Hedgehog engine. Yes, I actually so I looked up like, can you make a Sonic game in Godot? And you can. But the problem is you basically have to like do an engine rewrite, which in Godot you can because Godot is open source, so you can change it how you want, which is really nice. But you really have to know your stuff and to be able to do stuff like that. And I have no idea how to do any of that. I know there is a developer, the person that made Spark the Electric Jester, if you've ever heard of that game. He did something that I think I want to say he either remade like or he made his own Hedgehog engine or he used the Hedgehog engine. I don't know. I don't think no, the Hedgehog engine isn't open source. I don't think. I don't think you can get the Hedgehog engine. I'm gonna look. Hold on. Hedgehog, hedge, hedge. If oh wow, his spell, holy moly. Hedgehog engine. Wow, that still is not right. Um, you doesn't look like you can. Oh no, actually, wait, hold on. Is there okay, no, you can't. Yeah, it's Sega's private proprietary game engine for making Sonic games. But there are fan tools that are very similar. And if you try really, 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 really hard. Yeah, no, that's true. Um, the main thing that is kind of a but that you have to do is like, for example, if I go into this player code and there's this command here that says move and slide. So that's kind of how at least 2D movement works in Godot, but it has its own like this is a function. So what's actually going on in here is this actually has like a lot of code inside of it that we don't necessarily see. Um, and because of that, like it handles physics a certain way. So, like for example, if I wanted to make a loop-de-loop like how they have in Sonic, I couldn't use move and slide because gravity is pushing down on you, and unless you have like with Sonic, you have centripetal force pushing against you to fight gravity that makes you do the loop de loop. But like for this one, you really couldn't do that. So you couldn't use move and slide. You'd have to make your own movement command, which is difficult to my understanding. um, like Unity for Sonic Superstar. Yeah, it definitely can be done. It definitely can be done. You just really have to know your stuff. I think. Like for example, I don't know that much about game development. Um, I know enough that I can make like a little triangle move right and left, you know? But that's about the extent of like what I know with game development. So to be able for like to go in and then be like, you know what, I want to make my own Sonic Advanced level, right? Like Sonic Advance 1. And that's involved. That is so involved. It's much easier. I know it's much easier to actually like get a template of like someone that makes like the engine stuff and then build off of their stuff instead of like trying to do it from scratch. And I know that there's fan engines or like something similar to fan engines that you can get for Unity or for Godot and things like that if you wanted to do that. And I do, and actually that's like kind of what I'm testing with this whole like hobby thing that I'm doing right now. With like exploring these hobbies is that if I did for whatever reason want to do game development going forward, then I was actually going to make my own game. And because I like Sonic games so much, it was probably going to be not necessarily a fan game for Sonic because it wouldn't be like the Sonic characters. It'd be kind of like Freedom Planet. Like I think it's called Freedom Planet. It's Freedom Planet, right? Hold on. Freedom Planet. Is that what this is called? Yeah. And well, look at these images before I pull this up here. Can I like zoom out? Yeah, here we go. So, kind of like this. So this is called Freedom Planet, and it's very similar to Sonic. Like it has the same like platforming and movement and everything. But completely different characters, completely different story. So there's probably something kind of similar to what I would like to do, but yeah, definitely it would take a long time. Probably do one of the Fan-made Sonic Advance remakes or your D what's that? Decommodation projects as a base to build off of. Yeah, I would love to do a Sonic Advance. I love Sonic Advance. Like the movement, the grinding and everything was really fun. I like the levels. It'd be a good time. I like to do that. Um, so but that's kind of like where I'm at right now is like I need to actually like learn how to do how to do all this stuff to be able to even understand how to even start that. But the decompilation. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, and the other thing is this one is due Sunday. So, I'm gonna be I'm gonna know what I want to do like hobby-wise, I would say by Sunday because So I've done game dev now, like just this trial. I've done it about also I'm gonna like put this on really quick. Hold on. Do do do. Um I'm gonna move this over here too. Shoot. Um I've done it for about 3 weeks now. So a couple weeks ago I was actually in another game jam where I played a game and or made a game rather. And we actually ended up getting 18th, which was really cool. But um I was with a team and so that was what it was. That was great. And then there's a week of voting for a bunch of different games. And then now we're in this one. So yeah, we had to get to it quick for sure. And I keep yapping, so this also why I made the stream short is because I knew I'd just sit here and yap the whole time. um but here, I can probably yap while I do this. So I want to change how this looks. And I don't really know how. So I don't know. So this is gonna be the player. Oop, that's not right. This is gonna be the player ship. And I kind of wanted to go for like almost like an R-wing kind of look. But I also can't do pixel art too well. Do, do, do. And then that one kind of comes down here. And then maybe we go like, do like a line. Oh, that's alright. Do like a line maybe. And then another one from here. Oh, that's not right. And then reset, reset. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. It makes it a little bit more angular. Why do I only have blue? What the heck? Oh, my colors went away. Well, that's not right. But that's okay. We can do this. So I'm using the Game Boy color type 1 and go away. And now we have colors. So we could do like maybe I hear pick color is kind of hard because every pixel counts. Yeah, that's true. The good news though, at least with pixel art, is there's a significant less amount that's going on. So it makes it a bit easier that way. Um, but it's still like, yeah, it does matter. It really does. What if I just do like something like this? Does that look dumb? That looks kind of dumb, doesn't it? Kind of want to give this like almost like a cockpit feel. What if I like gave this some gray here? Oh, it's been so long since I've done pixel art. Do we want to do this like no, maybe like kind of maybe that. And then I want to have I want to have some sort of offset color because like if you see in the Galaga ship, so if I pull up this Galaga ship. Yeah, here we go. This is a good image. So this is what the Galaga ship looks like. Oh, there's a Heracross in chat. Hold on. Poke catch. What's your ball? I hesitate Heracross because what was the Heracross's name in ZA? Oh gosh, I hit something wrong. Heracross ZA. What are you called? It's called something. Do I have to type a name? Don't lie to me. Okay, I don't know what his name was, but there was a Heracross in ZA that you got for free, and it was freaking goated. Anyway, so going back to the ship, I like this one. Like, I like the look of it because, like, you can kind of see it has like a bit more of an angular kind of design on the wings, which I think gives it like a cool like combat appearance. And it also kind of reminds me a little bit of like an X-wing, a little bit, which is also cool. But this one, I don't know, like maybe we like do like some sort of combination of that with like an R-wing, and I just really like an R-wing, and I don't know if it's because I've been playing a lot of Star Fox lately, but like, look how weird that is. Yeah, so I like to do some sort of like mashup between these two. I think would be really cool. Nice! We freaking got it. Okay. So, going off of that, that actually has... Hold on. This has like a... I kinda wanna see if I could do an R-Wing. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna reset. Oh gosh. I'm gonna reset. Ah, wait, don't reset that much. Um, reset to here, and then do like a gray first. And then we're gonna add some blue. This actually should be smaller. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I'm going under, so this needs to be swept back. Oh gosh. And then this looks wrong for some reason. Does it need to be thinner, maybe? Oh boy, I'm just breaking everything. Doesn't need to be. I feel like I wish it was like 1 pixel wider that I could do. The only problem is I don't have like a lot of space I'm working with. Because like if we take even just like this as the body, even like thin this up like 1 more. Though this has like kind of like a... Hey Bluebear, how's it going? Happy Monday, how are you? Oh man, I am frying this. We had a cooler look whenever it was before. This go... Actually, I'm gonna go back, set back, set back, set back. Keep stepping, keep... There we go. I like this one. This is much better. Oh wait, no, keep that. I see what I was doing there. Nest, way too dark. What is the actual... I like... Wish it was a Monday. Mood. I am doing good. I am trying to figure out... I'm adjusting the character art on... This guy a little bit to not just be a triangle. And what I would like to do is I'd like to do something like an R-Wing meets the Galaga ship. But my ability to do pixel art is very limited. What if actually, you know what, crew? What if we started with the Galaga ship and then see what we could do to modify it? Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, let's see if I can recreate the Galaga ship first. Okay, so goodbye, 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 goodbye. See you later. See you later. See you later. Okay, so that has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, a couple too many. There we go. 1, and then it goes like 1, 2, buckle my shoe. It comes down like that. And then we just repeat the pattern on this side. Uh-oh. Then, wait, what? Uh-oh, I messed up. I messed up. Oh, have you? What did you draw? We'll make this a bit bigger just to fix it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright. And then we're going to meet a red at some point. So it's gonna be the thrusters here and here. Actually looks like they're a little bit about yay wide. And they also... Something is wrong here. These are supposed to be... That's not supposed to be connected there. That was the issue. Old OC's nice! It's on me, Ben, and Divya. Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely post it into the Discord. Like, there's a content section for posting images. I'd be interested to see what pixel you did. I used to really, really like pixel art way back in the day. And I would go into, like creative, What was that game called that was, like, not Minecraft? It wasn't Minecraft. It was... Oh my gosh. It was like a voxel game. What was that called? Trove. Trove. It's called Trove. It's called Trove. It's called Trove. I think... Is it Trove? Does that say... Yeah. Yeah, Trove. This guy. I used to play Trove a lot. And whenever I would play Trove, I would actually go in and like I would gather like the materials because it's kind of like Minecraft in the way that you can like dig up stuff and you can like keep blocks and everything. And then I would like go and build like pixel art on like the like my house. I remember like because you had like a house that you could spawn in the world, and I wonder. Hold on. I don't have it installed. I'm curious to see if I still have it. But I used to have a house that was literally Megumin from Konosuba. And then I used to have a base that I would go to that had an albedo art that one of my friends drew. It was crazy. Hey, wait, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I think I have it. I'm also going to hide this for a sec, just so I don't dox myself. um. Oh, nice! So you're a temporary cat homeowner. What kind of cat is it? What color is it? Did this actually launch? Did I break things? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I might have broke things. What is glyph? If all of a sudden we just disappear into the void, I broke something. I'm sorry. That's what I get for installing a game, like, midstream. Mixture of brown and orange? Oh man. It's an orange cat. Is it a cutie? How old is it? How old do you think it is? What is this? Must have download requires files. Do you want to continue? I do want to continue. While I wait for this to go, I will bring this back up, and I will continue working on what I was doing. Oh, wow. Okay, it's just baby. Oh, man. What a cutie. I hope it finds a happy and fluffy and safe home that it can rest in. It's very nice of you to take care of the cat, though. Okay, and then this is like here and here. And it goes like here, 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 here. Actually, there might even be too long there. And then this is going to be like this. Like that. And then it's going to go like to this couple. And then this connects here to a blue. Blue. And then we'll assume that's pretty much the same thing here. Looks about right. And then one, two. Whoop, too many. Oh gosh, I'm breaking things. Oh gosh. There we go. Take that. And then we have another blue here, blue here. And that is pretty much right. And then this extends up like that. And then like that. There we go. That's... Mine's thicker, but like it's right. And just got messed up for today. Oh, no worries. I like cats. They're so cute. That's the cat distribution system at work. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. That's actually how my sister got her cat. Is that before I moved houses, we lived like up the road from my grandparents, and one day they're like near my sister's room. She had this like little tree that was kind of like the shape like a pine cone, like an upside down pine cone, and she heard this like mewing from outside, and she didn't know what it was, and we were like going to walk down the street to visit my grandparents, and she saw this like little cat in her tree, and so she went over and like put it down, like set it on the ground, and he started to head towards like our at the time our neighbors, and we knew that like sometimes he would like bring in stray cats to take care of while he found them a home, so we figured that's what it was. So it started to head back over there, but then as we were like walking down the street, it started to chase after my sister, and like it would not leave her side at all. And so she took it home, and she was with it all night. And like this was actually around the time that she was getting ready to move out, um, and live with her now husband. But she had like she stayed with it all night, and then she actually ended up adopting the cat herself. So she still has a cat. It is now at her house, but yeah, they're the we have seen the cat distribution system at work. It is very real. It will give you a cat. It has happened. um, and I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I went and pulled this up. Okay, now this is where I will boink do that. And let's see what this does. Oh my gosh, this has like way more security things than I remember. As we're working for a while. Uh, yeah, actually maybe. I'm just Earth's cat distribution system. The warp actually is the cat distribution system here. Okay, I think it's loading. I just want to check my account name because I didn't check this ahead of time. Oopsies, that's a lot of... Go away. Do-do-do. 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 I wish I could just show you guys like a spinning... Oh wait, here I can do this. Here. Here, be distracted by this. I don't see anything that's gonna dox me. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Bring that up. Bring this over here. Okay. We'll turn this audio down really quick. So, hush. Okay. So, I wasn't kidding. This is literally, this is a world that I used to play with some friends, and they literally made this albedo, pixel art. Can I fly? I can jump a whole bunch. That kind of works. So anyway, there's the hat. Do I have a way to go to the world? Is that what Control A does? Let's go to, like, here. I want to see if my house still exists. Or at least how to access the house. I think it's... They have, like, a little pad, usually, around here. Hello? Oh, you guys have a lot of health. You pixel art? Nice. I love pixel art. I like I said, I used to be really super into it. And I think this game's kind of cool because, like, yeah, I don't know, they make, like, just even their structure to, like, pixel art. Like, I mean, look at that dragon thing over there. That's, like, really cool. No, it's something that, like, I would like to get better at it. I would actually like to get better at art in general. And it actually is, like, on the hobby list. So I have, like, I think I'd mentioned this before. I have, like, a big hobby list of, like, all the different things that I want to try. And at some point, I'll, like, pull it up, to share. But, on that list is, like, doing art. Like, if I could actually do, my art for my channel and be able to do, like, animations and stuff, that would be so freaking sweet. Like, I would love to do that. And here we are. Let's see if it's still, Megumin. Oh, it is. Ta-da! This is... I remember what the inside of my house looks like. Is there fall damage in this? Okay, my... Inside my house is, like, pretty bare. Oh, hi! Hi! Scared me. Go away. Oh, actually, I do a lot of damage. Yeah. So, we got Megumin on the top of my house. Anyways. That's all. Those are 2 seconds I want to share. So we think either a cat from a litter or a house cat. Oh, okay. It probably might be one from a litter. Maybe like a house cat got out or something and had its babies or something. Maybe. I don't know. I'm glad you found it though. I'm glad you found it. Was it alone? Was it just the one? Oh wow, look at that. There's a slugma in the chat. Fighting the urge. sliding beards. I won't. I will say it. Slug my balls. It was just one. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you found it then. Well, I'm glad you found it anyways. Just for the joke, poke catch. You missed your chance. You missed it. Soma's gone. Soma's gone forever. Man. Right. So I'm going to be a little bit lazy here. And I want to see if I can just... Look at that. Look at that. Why is this... Hold on. Player... Why is the collision wrong? Now we can just do this. There we go. That's correct enough. So now, whenever we hit play... Look at that. We have the little Galaga ship. Ta-da! The first step of Galaga. What would be kind of cool is I like to do like a parallax, or not like a parallax background, but like a scrolling space background. I wanna know how to do that. Let's see, scrolling space background, GIF. That might actually work. Hold on. Ooh, wait, actually, hold on. Save image. And then we need to send it to my source control here. Maybe. Oh, if I hit the right button, it would help. Over here. We need to grab you. Assets. Not really a sprite. This is more like a background. So we're going to type in BG for background. And we're going to put that there. Yep. Save. Okay. Now, what let's see is, can I just like add that here? I wonder if that's just going to be like a sprite 2D. Because then I added that to... Oh, I didn't add that. Well, yes, I did. I totally added that. What? Did that not save? No, it's in here. Oh, my stars. How to add a GIF to Godot. So I realized Godot will either fail to animate it or import the first frame. To use a GIF in your project, choose one of the 3 primary things. Okay. Fastest way to get it is with a plugin. Love that. Oh my stars, I do not want to do that. Wait, hold on. Maybe I do want to do that. Upload your GIF to a free batch utility like Easy GIFs to split the frames and arrange them into a horizontal grid. Okay, let's try that. Easy GIF is what we're looking for. Easy GIF. Cool beans. We want... I don't know what we want. What do we want? I need like GIF to... This is a GIF maker. I don't want a GIF maker. Also, just so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. We need GIF to like... I don't know what you need. That doesn't seem right. I feel like that's a loaded gun to be scrolling through Google on stream. That's why I keep taking it off to the side. Convert GIF to an OGC video file. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let's just do it this way. Let's just do it this way. So we can go to the asset store, and if I type in GIF, is there anything... There's supposed to be a thing. Godot GIF plugin by Botlaner. I don't see a... Can I just like open this? Like, what's this do if I open this? Godot GIF. Okay, it's there. Oh, maybe I type in like, hold on. Maybe if I type in Godot GIF, kind of like how it's spelled there. No, because it hates me. Okay, that's cool. How do I add this? This is gonna be a butt. I can already tell. How to add a plugin to video. Welcome to Game Dev, by the way, everybody. This is a... Oh, wow, let's... about having a background be random, we generated having a system of black being a really high chance of appearing and having other color, like... This face... to just beyond what I can do, and it'd probably not work and probably be really buggy. No, you can do that. So, how would you do that? I mean, you'd have to know. Hmm. The only way I could think to do that, and I'm not sure if it's right, and there's probably a better way to do it, is that you can have a pixel on the screen be set to a value in an array, and then you can change the color of that pixel to a random color in the array, but the random color can be weighted to be black, such that it does that. I'm sure there's a better way to do it than what I just described. In fact, usually there is. Like, so that's a procedural generation. Let's see. Procedural generation generation space background Godot. Okay. Generate space background Godot using a parallax 2D node with a canvas item shader. Okay. Coorted parallax. Oh, stars. Okay, we're gonna try something. So main screen is talking about a... Is there a parallax in here? Oh, there is a parallax 2D. Look at that. Add color to node. Okay, so we want a color rect as a child of that. And then, size match the viewport. The viewport is what? That is in window 224 by 256. And that is a good question on where the heck that is. Size? Size, here we are. What did I say it was? What did I say it was? 254 by 256, I think I said it was. I don't know I would affect the development process much other than wasting time. See, but it would look cool. And see, in game development, that's called adding juice. So you want your game to be juicy in game development. That is what makes things fun to play. That is like why Cookie Clicker is still fun, even though it's literally just spamming a button a whole bunch. Is because you get a bunch of like cool cookies that pop up out of nowhere, and then you can upgrade your cookies, and it just gets bonkers, and it becomes bananas, and things go crazy because of juice. So it's not a waste of time. It's not like doing a core system, but also I tend to go completely silent and just look at code whenever I'm doing core systems. So I want to do something fun while we're on stream for the next half hour, and like doing that, and I think like doing like the beatbop music thing will be good. So let me see. So let me go back to 2D here. So we do have our shape, and this is not quite right. This needs to be about yay big, and that means this is probably too tall, right? No, actually that was about right. That's about right. So we move that here, and we need to make a new shader. So, what is that? Text for material. It's material. Shader material. Here we are. Okay, and now we can like adjust the shader material. I assume we're supposed to hit new shader here. Cause the shader drop down and create new shader material. New shader. And then we're gonna make this into its own little area. So that is going to be, if I go up, and then we're gonna make a new folder. We're gonna call this shaders. And we're gonna save the space shader here. Space. Great. And now this is where things get spicy. Shaders are their own animal. So let's see. How do you do this? Okay, hold on. Okay, so there is a random function that it looks like we can call. So we need to make... Okay, this can go away here. In the math library, I think in Python, to pull a random number and assign colors to those numbers. Oh, yeah. That would be... Yeah, you definitely need... assign colors to those numbers. I feel like you need some sort of variable to hold that, though, right? And that's kind of like when I was looking at the array. Because if you can... Because what I was thinking about is, like, if you can index... Or if you can set up an array to hold variables, then you can, like, assign a random color to those variables, and then you can call those colors. But I don't know. That's just kind of what I was thinking off of. So we need a float here. And we need a random function. And it's going to be a vector too, because we're dealing in 2D space. And we're just going to type some stuff. And we need, oh, yeah. Oh, this is using like, oh gosh, this hasn't even, is this C? Is this C? Term, slacked, sin, sine wave, dot, UV, oh, SARS. Whoops, I'm just typing stuff. I wonder if those are specific. T-hem where numbers assigned to black and only a few numbers assigned to the other colors. So you can do like weights in functions. So you can say that you want something to appear more than other things in... Yes. Yes, you can have it appear more. Most of what I do, by the way, so I say I do programming, but most of what I do is like robot programming, which is like telling things where to move in like positions in space. So things like this, for example, is pretty easy because it's like using the Cartesian coordinate plane. Um, but the minute that I start to go into like shaders and stuff like that, where it's literally adjusting the pixels on a screen, that's where things get a little bit more spicy. So I'm having to use like a guide off to the side to like see how this is working. So 78.2. Whoa, no, I guess it probably doesn't matter actually. And then a whole bunch of these, and then we go skip, and then we talk this. 43758.5453. Okay, I wonder what this does. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some sort of... Is this a fraction? What does this mean? Shaders. Hold on. Godot. Shaders. Fract. What does fract mean? Shading language. Here we are. Alright, here comes the fun part of learning game development. Let's see. Okay. So we need to look for fracts. Fract. Okay, I'm familiar with that. Casting is setting up the thingies to be a set type. Fetch 4? What the heck? Is Godot in C++? No, Godot is in its own thing. So hold on one sec. So Godot uses what's called a GD script, which is very similar to Python. Very, 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 very similar to Python. But I think the shader side of things, I think that's in C++. Let me actually check really quick. Is Godot shader... What is Godot shader language? Oof, golly. Okay, so Godot shader language is heavily based on GLSLES3. If that means anything to anybody. But it does say that it's very similar to C, like C-like syntax is what it says. You thought you just needed one language for game dev? No, you need 2! Minimum! Oh wait, I want to find out what that thing did. Hold on. We can get rid of these other images. What is... I want to know what fract does. Fract. Oh, well, it's not gonna tell me. What about, fract? Fractalpa. Okay, let's see it. Sending fract out to nest. I didn't set a boolean. What is... Oh, that's cool. And I want to know what fract does, guys. Well, if I ever needed to know how to make, like, little explosions, it looks like this is where we go. Because looking at the way the car was, I was like, that looks like C++, but also C#. Literally. Yeah, I am... We are flying by night right now. I don't know nothing. So we're hoping for the best. We're vibe coding. We're not vibe coding. We're not vibe coding. What I mean by vibe coding is we are vibing while coding, not using AI. Okay, so I can't find what fract does, and that bothers me. So I'm pretty sure this is sine wave. this is a dot product of a vector. This is, well, no, it actually, yeah, it definitely is, because this is a vector here, and then it's being multiplied, so that's dot product of a vector. This is a UV map, I know that. So we have a sine wave, and the sine wave is a dot product of the vector of two numbers multiplied by this number, which I have absolutely no idea what the significance of that is. To use assembly, I have never had to use assembly now. What is Fanic written in? I think, let's see. This one. So it looks like most of what I use is it's called Carol language. But even the language that I use is just like on the robots themselves it's also very similar to Python. It's not overly complicated. In fact, it's pretty similar. I would even say it's pretty similar to even like something like this. Like if I wanted to, I could literally pull up my robot on my computer and I could literally type the code onto it that I wanted to execute and it would. The only difference obviously between like something like this and the robot is like the robot has positions it specifically calls out. So like for example, on one of the robots that I work with, it has 6 joints. So there's the joints on. Hold on. Okay. So the robots that I work with kind of look like this. Let's see. Hold on. There's joint 1, 2, 3. The 4th one rotates. That's why this looks wrong. Okay. So we have joints 1, 2, 3. I need a brush. 3. 4 rotates. 5. 6 rotates. So it's more kind of proprietary. It could be, both the robots that I worked with are similar. It's hard to say. So it's kind of like, let me see. Where's the text thing at? Text. Okay. So like it would be like if I want to do a continuous movement of 100, which is like saying I want to run, okay, this is I'm starting to get involved. So continuous movement is like if this is point 1 and this is point 2 and this is point 3, and I wanted to go from point 1 to point 2 and then from point 2 to point 3. Continuous is just saying instead of stopping at point 2, I would instead do something like this, right? And what this means is the higher that this value is, this 100 value, then that is how sharp I take this corner, I believe. So I had to remess with it. But like I know if I set it to like continuous 100, that's like saying I want the maximum continuous. I want it to go all the way as fast as I want it to get around my corner as fast as it can. But if I were to set it lower, then that angle would become sharper and sharper and sharper until you eventually hit 0, and that's called it's called fine. So fine movement. So then if I set to fine, then they would go to exactly to point 2 and then exactly to point 3 would be how that kind of works. But I'm trying to think of like an example program off rip. It's really different because how the robot works is it's kind of like Godot. So like for example, if I go into Godot and I type in global like this. Okay, so you see how like it has like an autofill? Like it says global position. So I can type in global position and I know I want to move in the X direction. Then this is saying like that preloaded everything, right? So that's just now saying if I wanted to adjust my global position on the thing that I'm working on, that is a command I can use. But it autofilled it. So the robot is kind of similar in that way because it has like auto things that kind of starts to fill out. So instead of me just knowing off rip, like if I wanted to move fine J1 and I want to move it like 90 or something like that, I don't have to type that in. It could just kind of like prompt me to say what I need. So this is just saying like I want to move fine, which is going to say that I move directly to the point. I don't skip anything. And I'm moving the J1 axis, which for the robot is like, it's kind of like spinning it. So if you're looking at the robot, like imagine this is top down. And this is like the top of the robot here. and then you're looking at it. This is like saying I want to move this way. So that's J1. J1 just kind of spins it. And then 90 is just the angle that you want to spin it by. So that's just saying that I would spin it until it's 90 degrees from where it was. But yeah, you can also go into like variables and everything. So I could like name this like V1, and then I could set V1 equal to 90, and then I could just call it like that. And then I could adjust V1 later in the code. So if I ever needed to like change V1 and be like, wow, actually, you know what? I need V1 to go to like 270. Then I could adjust that. It still adjusts this program without me having to go in and specifically type the angles. And the reason that's nice, and kind of like how it is with all coding, is that instead of having to go through the code and find whatever I needed, I could instead just go to the top and then find my variable and be like, here it is. I could just adjust speed here, and then we're good. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's one of those things with like any code. So pretty much all code is similar, and I'm like air quoting here, in that like if you know one language, it's pretty easy to transfer to the next one. It's just really a matter of like syntax, right? So there's of course like different idiosyncrasies, I would say, with like each one. But the general gist is always the same. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. There's more you can get into. Like you can start to work with like different frames of reference and everything, which adjust how the robot moves. But it's not too bad. I definitely would not say that it's real bad. I had So whenever I started my Earth job, I got to go to some training to like see how it's all done. And it was like a couple days, I think. I want to say it was 3, maybe 4 days that you got to play with robots and like learn how they work. And they give you like a book that you work through, and you get it's not bad. You like get to pick up like some 3D printed cylinders that they have and move them around, and try not to throw them at people. Or maybe try to throw them at people. um, could move with one robot game in Unity, which use C#. Oh, nice. Did you do a lot of game dev before? I actually am thinking about moving to Unity. So the for this jam, I'm using Godot because it's the Godot Wild Jam. So you have to use Godot, obviously. But provided that I finish this jam, you know, everything goes well, and I continue wanting to do game dev, I think I actually am going to try out Unity just to see if I like it better, and we'll see how it goes. But like, did you do a lot of Unity? Would you recommend it? I know English. I could probably code Doom Eternal. You could do it. You could do it. Jace, if you put your heart to it, I believe that you could code Doom Eternal. It might take a while, but I believe you could do it. Honestly, the killer for me is art. Like, programming, like, the thing with programming is that if you know kind of what you need to call, it's really not too bad, I don't think. Because, like, everything just kind of boils down to, like, functions. So if you know what you want your function to do, and kind of what you need to use in that function, then you're fine. And, like, yeah, there's, like, some debugging that you have to do. But all in all, I don't think it's really that bad, because it's just, like, a big puzzle, right? But, like, with art is, like, I don't know, it's so... I don't know how you want to say it. It's... Suggestive, not the word I want to use. What's the word I want to use? I don't know, it really depends on the person. Like, there can be art that is recognized as good, and there's art that can be recognized as bad. And it's just... I feel like there's a lot more nuance to art, like, whenever you're doing it. Like, this is just obviously straight up the Galaga ship. But if I want to start changing things, like, for example, do that. I mean, that doesn't look right. And I know that. But, you know, what if I started to, like, mess with the shape? And I know there's, like, you can, like, study that stuff, too. But it's just, like, it's always been something I've struggled with whenever it comes to art. It was a hobby job, but, like, you immerse yourself in a while. Oh, okay, I see. To enjoy, you maybe use Learning Pass or Student Pass or something. Then use it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be interesting. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's always gonna be a hobby for me. Because I like... So one of the reasons I got into wanting to do game development is that one of my friends is actually looking to possibly start game development as like their career. And so we wanted to join a jam with some other of our friends to see if maybe this was something that he would want to do. And he kind of from the sound of things, it didn't sound like he was that into it. So um, I joined this one just to see if it's something that I would like. But yeah, I look at how easy it is to compile into an executable. For Godot, Godot's not too bad. So if you go into, let me see if I still remember how to do this. Um, was it in project settings? Import defaults. Hold on, what was it? No, I know it's easy. I did it like a billion times. Okay, it's not that easy. Was it editor? There is a way to do it. Is it this? Is it this? No? That, either way, I don't know how to do it right off rip, but I know it's pretty easy. I know it's like you install a package and that says like what kind of how you want to export it. And so I've been exporting it as a web page. So you install that package for the game that you're working on, and then it builds it, and it's actually pretty fast. Puzzle or language in some way? I'm sure you could. I mean, writing a book is a puzzle in a way, its own way. Oh, excuse me. I got up really early this morning, so I'm very sleepy today. But oh, we should probably make progress on this. The robot explanation. Go away, you. Go away. I'll see you tomorrow. Is this still Trove? Go away, Trove. We don't need you up anyways. Okay, so I kind of wanted to do something with this ship to see if we could do anything with it. So I do like the kind of angular approach here. What if we like got rid of some of these pixels to make it a little bit sharper? Or does that take away from like the overall bulk? Ooh, gosh, don't do that. That looks terrible. That looks miserable. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna keep the Galaga ship. We're gonna keep the Galaga ship for a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the enemy. And we're actually going to adjust the enemy. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to try to make like a cool looking enemy. Crew, if you were to describe an alien, and I know this is a loaded gun considering who you're talking to, but if you were to make an alien, what would an alien look like to you? Give me ideas. What are the crew ideas? I can make like a little happy face guy. No, it's not. I'm only planning to do 2 right now. Just because the other thing I haven't messed with is AI. So forehead, mouth, tongue, out of ear. Like everything's out of ear. Highball dimples. That sounds cursed. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so let's give him a little bit of a shoosh. And then a little bit of whoosh. And then we'll do like... I need like colors. I don't know why I keep saying away my colors. Load. Give me my colors. Alright. So we'll do like... Can I even make like an ear? Oh gosh. Hair. Okay, we got that. And that make it look like an E. And then I don't know if I can do all that with like 16 bits. There we go. Here's the tongue. Marvel symbiote like. Okay, so hold on. Let me see what we can do here. Okay. Okay, do you think I'm gonna be able to... You think we can do this in pixel art? Here, well, let me see. Chop feet. Can I do this? Oh gosh. What happens if I... Wait, hold on. What happens if I do this? I don't think it transferred that well. Alright, so we can clean it up. We have the technology. So we're just gonna do a little bit of... Okay, we gotta make sure we get the tongue. It looks like it sends a cloud see, but literally, it does. It does, it does. Okay, so there's that. Just gotta give it a little bit of zhuzh, you know, a little texture. A little bit of adjustment. More so the base symbiote, like the tendrils, not the holes. Oh. Okay. Well, hold on. We got something going on here. I think. So maybe if we... I need the help thing for this. Quick reference. Okay. I think I can change this guy. Like if I... Oop, not that. If I take the marquee and do this little maneuver, and then we just rotate it. Like, no, actually, I kind of like it better this way. It does look like a flying alien. She does. We have the vision. What if we just take this, move that there? Okay. Now he's got to clean up the pixels. So he's gotta do a little... Actually, hold on. Can I do... Let me take this. Copy, paste. And then... Can I just, like, do this? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm cooking. And we want that to be the same. It's a thing. Where is this at? Okay, that's the problem. Let me actually... Hold on. Go away, you. Let's do this. Let's clean up this side. Go. Bye. Okay. Get rid of that. Take this. Copy. Go over here. Flip-flop. Okay. Fleshy horseshoe crab. I see it, but I hate that I see it. Okay, and then there's too many pixels going on here. So now we just need to kind of make it like a solid thing. Okay, so let's take these, there, and that. And then do this maneuver. And looks like I actually have that in the same spot. Just kind of make these all even. And then kind of bring this in like so. And then that went like that. That's the background, which is fine. Kind of clean this up a little bit. No, actually, wait. This is kind of coming together. They do kind of give enemy vibes. You're right. We need, like, maybe, like an eye here. Does that kind of look like an eye? I'm curious to see what this looks like in-game. Oh, I completely forgot we were working on the shader. I completely forgot we were working on the shader. No, wait, actually? Does that kind of work? Why does that actually kind of work? Is it too pixely still? That works for me, looks great. Nobody has to know that it was originally Venom. The red needs to be a bit brighter. Okay, heard. Okay, let's do something like this. That, or is that too pink? I kind of like the eye of Makoai. The eye looking thing right there. I think it's cool. What if we add like a little... something like that. Give it more of an eye shape, like a little shine to it. I completely forgot we were working on that shader. You like it? Heck yeah. What was the next thing? So we need void fragments. That's color for every pixel the material is visible on. Heard. Okay, so let's see. Follow this guide here. Get this in place. Vec2 position equals UV map times a whole big number because, oh, why not? Float star val equals I hope he realized that that's what I'm going to do for the other enemies. I feel like that worked surprisingly well. Random floor position. Okay, and then we need to, what is this? Why is this yelling at me? Invalid arguments to operator. Lay. Am I just missing something? Oh, is this supposed to be... This is supposed to be up here. I wonder if that matters. Does that matter? It does matter. Does it matter? Expected expression. What do you mean, expected expression? Oh! It's because I messed that up. Okay, no, it still doesn't like that. The journey delivers. Heck yeah. Vector 2 in it. Why is that not working? I don't understand why that's not working. Is it... Oh, is it mad because I saw it float? Crew, apparently that matters. Decimal points matter. Okay, and then... We need to do a... if... statement. Random for position. Position. Position is being added to time. And time is just an arbitrary 0.1 second. 0.98. Was that already curly bracket? That is already curly bracketed. So we're gonna remove that curly bracket because I said so. And now we're going to throw in that curly bracket because I like how this is done. So we're gonna add color. No, we need color is equal to vector 4, which that's crazy. That's a freaking... I don't even know how you do that. I don't even know how you get a fourth vector. It's 4D space. How does that work? I don't understand. 1.0. And then that is the end of a statement. So we can just say goodbye to that. And then we could say else. And we're going to do the same vibe here. Color is vector 4. Vector 3. And then 0, 0. Okay, so that's saying this is space. So it looks like what this is saying, if I'm understanding this right, is this is saying, so we have a random floor position at a time value that we determine, and if that time value falls above 0.98, then we give the color of a star a random value in that, and then if it doesn't fall within that, then we assign it to black. Is what it looks like. If I'm understanding that right. I don't know if I am, but I'd like, maybe. Expected expression. Oh, it's yelling me because this is actually him. That we. Oh God. Okay. Tricolors. RGBA. Oh, alpha channel. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I totally forgot about that. That looks like TV static. That literally looks like TV static. Is there a way I can make it, like, not that crazy? What's this do? Okay, that doesn't look like it did anything. What's this do? It also doesn't look like it did anything. Okay, let's just try adding numbers to see what things do. Oh, okay. No, that's definitely not the answer. 500. Nope, that's definitely not the answer. Also, how do I get this to go ordering? Here we go. Okay, so it's gonna look like TV static for a minute, but I kind of want to see what this looks like. Boom, boom. Aesthetic's crazy. Aesthetic's actually crazy. Wait for it to generate stuff at the top and then have the pixels below shift down. I think so. I have absolutely no idea how. I don't even really know what I did there, to be honest. I'm just kind of following a guide, and it literally just looks like a old uh cathode ray TV static. Yeah, because what I would like to do is hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Um, actually, can I just do this? Is there like, gosh, I don't know if I'm allowed to even show these. I don't trust that. Can I just like show got like a GIF, maybe? Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, go away. So, this is what I would like to do. Is like that background, is that what you're talking about? Let's just say we're going at crazy fast speeds. Yeah, no, we're literally warping through space and time at just ridiculous levels. Because this is what I like to do, kind of like how it has that like twinkly effect. Like you can even see this star right here as it goes down. See how it's like flashing on and off? I think that'd be really cool. So something like this is definitely what we're aiming for. This is where we're at. But let's see. Can we adjust like I'd like to adjust the position. What's 5 do? One of these numbers is gonna do something eventually. Oh, okay, we're getting some vertical. We're getting some vertical. What's 50 do? How did I make it not like absolutely bonkers? Hey Chaos, how's it going? Happy Monday. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Venom ship. I think that's actually sweet. Oh gosh. Okay, so hold on, let me try and like actually think this. So this is the position of the UV times 1,000. Is it a speed or fragment rate thing? It might be. I don't know how often this is called, is the thing. Of the game. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because, I mean, it's not being, like, it's not being multiplied by, like, delta or anything. I mean, we do have time here, though. I mean, you only have plus time. What if I just change this, like, a second? Well, it didn't like that, did it? Oh, wait, it's because I changed it to an integer. That's why. I changed it to an integer. 10 seconds? Or... Is that making it worse? I feel like that's making it worse. That's 100% make... Oh. I don't know what happened. What happens if I set it to like 50? 20? 1? Okay, so 1 is like... Oh, wait, is it anything above this? What if I set it to 10? Okay, life's a mystery. Life's a genuine mystery. Just got home from work. And what... Is it late for you? For me, it's almost 9:30. It honestly probably does depend on that. There's a Krabby in chat if anyone wants one. Okay, it's not like... I don't think it's anything like this. Because this is like the color of it, right? So we could probably ignore these values. I think it did something up with the fragment. 11:23 a.m. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Well, when do you start though? the coding experience manifests literally. No, the coding experience is hold on, what do we do with that documentation? Where did we do with that? Okay, yeah. The coding experience is going oh my stars, 2 a.m. That sucks. Are you tuckered? I feel like I'd be so tuckered. I got up at like 6 today and I was really I'm like tired now. I hope you get some good food. I hope you get to chillax and rest. Yeah, this is the coding experience now. Because now we have time just to meet to figure out why it's doing that. Cause these are that's a bit of 5 p.m. I got up at 1 a.m. Oh. Oh man. The thing you go vaguely right or completely wrong until it'll literally... No, have you ever heard the story of the pineapple in the code? what was that? What game was that? There was a game that they literally in the code had a picture of like a pineapple as like a PNG file, and for whatever reason, if you tried to remove, was it a coconut? Is that what it was? Wait, hold on. Was it a coconut? Yeah, yes, it was. The famous urban legend claiming that the game's code is so fragile that deleting a 256 by 256 pixel image of a coconut from the files that prevents the game from launching. Maybe that's what it was. I thought it was a pineapple, but I definitely heard that, and I was like, I don't doubt it. And I thought it was funny because I definitely heard stories of like people putting like comments around code that is just like, I don't know what this does. Don't touch it though. It will break everything if you delete it. And it's just like, it's real. It's genuinely. Wait, I genuinely would not download it. Like this image. Hold on, let me see if I can. Can I pull this up? Yeah, hey yeah. Hey yeah. If coconut is not equal to null, the run Team Fortress 2.exe. For if the coconut's deleted, then the Team Fortress 2 won't run. My character stops walking, so literally I've 100% done that in code. Where if something's working and then it stops working, I just shift or control Z it until it does, and then we just leave it. That is now sacred ground. We do not touch that. That is gone. We do not look at it. It exists, but we don't acknowledge it. That's so funny, though. Alright. So, I mean, in summary, because we don't have long for stream today, but we made a cool little alien ship, and we got we remade Galaga. Imiz. I would like to understand how this works. Oop, not that. I would like to understand how this works though. Load start random floor position. Position. That's just, I think it's just saying where it spawns, I think. Back in high school though we used Scratch in our Scratch is legit. No, like I have seen people make some actual games using Scratch, and that is crazy. But I mean, like I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. What is that? Scratch? When did I use? Oh, I hit the wrong button there. Oh gosh, I am just breaking this screen. Oh my stars. Go away. Scratch. Like no, Scratch is legit. Like you can make some pretty bonkers stuff on this. And it's just like all about like moving things in and then having like things happen. I don't know. It's cool. Like, does that even do anything? I don't know. Does it even do anything? I don't even know. I think you need like when here we go. What? It's an event. Why does that not connect? Should that there it goes. Boom. Look at that. We're programming. I did the thing. I did the thing. I don't know why it's not moving 10 steps, though. It's only turning the 10 degrees. Oh, there he goes. He's up to the races. As Space Invaders type game? Ooh. Oh, I caught a memory leak? No way. You flipped the bit. You went up to 256 integers, and it can only support 256, and you flipped the bit. That's how... that's the cause. Actually, have you ever heard the story of the, like, there's, like, a particle from space that hit, like, someone's N64, and it flipped a bit, and it caused, like, something in the... I won't say it was actually Mario 64, like, something happened. Like, what was it? There's, like, a story with that. N64 flicked bit from space. What was it? Oh, yeah, here it is. So it said in 2013, a stray particle from space likely struck a Super Mario 64 player's N64 console. It hit a memory chip and flicked a bit. This instantly warped Mario straight upward to a higher floor, allowing the player to finish the level much faster. Which is crazy. Like, could you imagine, like, being a speedrunner and then that happens to you, and there's literally nobody that could ever match your time because space literally decided that you're gonna be the world record holder. Like, that's crazy work. It's just completely random. I don't even know what that was. It could be an event that happened light years away that started, you know, before the Earth was even formed, and it was just sent, and its entire mission was to flip that one player's bit so that Mario would go a higher level. Life's just crazy. Space is crazy like that. I like it literally looks like a CRT. Sheesh. It literally looks like a CRTV. It's so funny. Oh gosh, this is broken to the moon and back. And I don't think this was like some random number. Weapons would have done like 51,000. That condenses it, so it's something to do with this. But I don't know what that value would mean. If I make it like, I just want it to be. Oh, wait. This is better. This is progress. What if I dropped to like 5? Well, that's certainly not right. That's certainly not right. Okay, so the bigger number, it looks like the bigger the number it is, the smaller the pixels are. And Mario 64 speedrun. And heck yeah. Space giveth and space taketh away. 100. Okay, now we just need to make it not incredibly fast. And also, it needs to be vertical. Okay, everyone remember 0.98. I want to see what happens if I change this value. What if after that changes it to? Nope, doesn't like that. Oh wait, no, it doesn't like that because it's a integer. What happens if I change this to a decimal? Okay, it doesn't like that. What if I change to 3? Okay, doesn't like that either. Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to... What if this is, instead of a sine wave, what if it's a cosine? I guess it doesn't really matter. Both of those look the same. How do you make a cosine wave turn 90 degrees? Oh gosh. Trigonometry. Who's got trigonometry skills? I do not. I do not have any trigonometry skills. 50 degrees. Is this degrees? If I change this to 90. Did that do anything? Did that make it faster? I think that made it faster. Oh gosh. I have no idea. If I change this to 5. Oh no. And now we're just speeding through space and time. What if I change this to 2? Okay, wait, hold on. We're getting somewhere. We're cooking. We're cooking. Okay, maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. We're not cooking very hard. Switch. Mood. Complete mood. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm curious. Huh! That changed. Wait, hold on. That changed this direction. That changed this direction. You know, crazy idea. Crazy idea. Boom. Interesting. Interesting. What happens if I... Not that. If I haven't changed it to 0, 0? Okay, I guess I should have expected 0, 0 to pop up. More so a core part of learning, I would say. Not so much coding. Because I have no idea what I'm doing whatsoever. So, okay. Wait, hold on. We got vertical. And then it turns into a wave, and I don't want it to turn into a wave like that. I want to, like... If I could just take that and rotate it 90 degrees, that's kind of what I want. Yes and no, literally. Okay, you know what? This is our background for now. Until I figure out a better way, this is our background for now. I still wanted to see... I wanted to see this. I need to pause my... my stream save playlist, which insofar has been, like, just remixes of The Legend of Zelda. I wanted to do something like... What do we got here? Kalimba? No. What is this, something? Ugh, I don't know about that one. Oh, here we go, chip waves. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so I just, like, click it. Gosh, do I remember any of my music theory I was learning? Can I extend these? I can, okay. Oh gosh, it's like a second and a fifth. Okay, wait, hold on. And then there's space. No, I don't like that. Actually, it needs to be a little bit faster, doesn't it? So maybe like half? Is that too fast? That might be too fast. Gonna give it like this. Actually, hold on, let me look at these. Scale. Easy, Friday. Oh, wait. Is that a frowny face, or does that actually mean something? Because I'm reading that as like easy happy face, easy frowny face. Um, let's see. What can we do here? Tempo. Oh, this is why it's really fast. Well, I want to understand like 100. Whoa, no, 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 not 502. 100. Why are you going so high? Go down. Go down. 132. Alright, so hold on. Let me show you. Um, so I was trying to mess with some like song creation tool thing, and I do have a song that I think is pretty cool. Um, and I would like to use it. I will not be using any sort of AI or anything like that in this. This is just for reference. But how cool would this be? We just imagine that and then anyways, I had to figure out some way to actually be able to make that myself and like with my own skills instead of just saying computer enhance give me cool song. But yeah, that's gonna be a challenge for later this week. I don't know when. Probably I don't know, Friday. I would say nah, that might be a little close. So the jam's over Sunday at 4 p.m. So before I would say my plan for this week, my plan for this week, is that here like in a couple minutes I have to hop off so that I can log in. Um, and I will have an update tomorrow. But what I would like to do is I would like to have this done by call it Saturday. And then what I'm going to do is for those of you that are in the Discord, that would like to try this out, um, I'm going to be uploading the link such that you can play it. Any feedback is helpful. Would very much like to have it. If I have it done by Friday's stream. So, oh, do I have for? Yeah, we have stream Friday. We have stream Friday, right? We don't have stream next Friday. I know that. I'm just gonna pull this up really quick. I need to check my own schedule. Um, hush me. Um, so let me do schedule. Okay, yeah. So if we have it done by stream on Friday, then I will put the link in the chat here, such that you guys can go and test it. If not, if it is by Saturday, then it'll be in the Discord. So anyone that would like to test the game out in the Discord, leave feedback and tell me how awesome of a programmer I am and how I should like continually do programming because it's like so awesome. And you'll wish list the game I put on Steam because of how awesome it is. That'd be great. But what? What? You don't think that's gonna be the case? But no, that'd be the plan. So I did go over a little bit today. Never said that. The face says that. The face says it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be back to your regularly scheduled program next week, so it's fine. I do think for next Tuesday that so how this works, and let me actually this. So how this works is that these jams are here we are. So this is the one that I'm actually in right now. Um, the how these works is that I have this long to submit it, and then after I submit it, I there's like a week of voting typically that goes on, and during that week is like you can go in and you can play other people's games and you can vote for them, like give them ratings to say how they did, like what they could improve upon, or if they were just like the best thing since like strawberry jam or something like that. Um, and then the weekends, the judges actually vote on it too. And then kind of how everyone voted and how the judges voted is how who decides who wins it. So what we'll do, I think, on Tuesday is because that's going to be kind of our Earth Observation Day, anyways. I think it'd be kind of fun to play some of the indie titles that are going to be submitted on this jam. So that's probably going to be the plan for next week. I will be playing them anyways because I have to get some voting done as part of the process. But I think it'd be kind of fun to show them off on stream. So I think that'd be kind of the plan for next week. But I think that is pretty much everything I can do for today. So I'm going to pop us over to the side. Okay. So thank you everybody for coming today. I know it's a bit of a short one. This week's going to be a bunch of short ones, unfortunately, just because I am trying to knock this one out. Try to get as much done as I can with this game jam, especially with this being my last week doing some game development. So after this week, there will be a YouTube video coming out that kind of talked about my journey with game dev, things I've learned, things I would do different, and then if I did in the future, kind of what that would look like. So that will be coming out. And then I think we might even start to do some comp stuff. So we've been talking about competitive in the Discord, and I've downloaded a few games that I'm looking to potentially try out for doing ranked. So I do have Valorant as one of them. I know some of you have said that you don't like Valorant, but I figure if it's something that I'm playing and I want to get good at, I might as well spend the time on stream to also practice it a little bit. So considering doing that on stream. Aside from that, I also have downloaded Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, and Tekken 8. So I'm deciding which one I want to do. Don't know yet, but more to come on that. And then yeah, and then after that, I think we're gonna go back to our regular scheduled stuff. So gonna be back to the Sonic stuff. So I know we have quite a few crew members who really like Sonic. So we're gonna be going back to we'll be starting actually Sonic Adventure. I think that's the next one on our list. And like I said at the start of stream, I did go through all the different Sonic games that we have left. And there are so many. Like I didn't realize how many actually I have. I wonder if I can like look at that really quick. Um, I think what did I put that under? I put that under casual. Yeah, here we go. So, um, I already like marked off every Sonic game that we've completed, and against like the full list of Sonic games, and we're only 18% through all of the Sonic games, which that's crazy. Like if you look at on the About Me section on my page, I have listed all the Sonic games we've been through, and that's only 18%. And I'm not even counting like Sonic Eraser or like Sonic Drift 1 or 2 or Sonic Cross Worlds, anything like that. I'm not even counting those. So yeah, 18%. We're gonna be doing Sonic for a while, I think. But I'm excited for it. I definitely want to beat all of them. Actually 20%. I didn't say I missed marking off Sonic Triple Trouble. Um, but yeah. I think it'll be fun. No, I'm excited for it. And we have a lot to come up. So yep, I hope you guys will be here. Community days also going to be starting on Fridays. So I'm going to be looking to see, especially in the Discord, um, who wants to be part of the community days. As I think we're going to be doing them live on stream. So definitely look out for that. And I think that's everything for today. So I will be back here tomorrow to give you a progress update on the game dev stuff. We can work through some stuff and I can talk over things. So for now, at least, um, stay bright, stay starlight, and we will see you on the next one tomorrow. Have a good night. See you later. Thank you for your ideas. Thank you for your suggestions. And
alone, knowing nobody's coming home. Numbers and calculations, all the pain and the desolation. I know the probability's small, but it's worth it all. You and I are gonna dive into the black hole. I'll follow Mira as she falls. There's nothing I wouldn't do to save you, even if it means we die together. I'm hearing screams from the control